What up, YouTube? I haven't made a video in fucking forever. But yeah, so I'm gonna make one now. So yeah, here is a deck profile, cause yeah, I'm bored. And it is a Fire King, cause I'm not playing none of the meta decks right now, cause for one, they're too expensive, and for two, they're boring as fuck. So yeah, here it goes. Okay, two Fire King Hygarunics, because this card is redunculous. It does all kinds of stupid shit and all around fun, especially you can get them looping back to back where one comes out and destroys the other one and back and forth. Usually locks the field down so your opponent really can't do anything. So yeah, they're pretty fun. Then three Barogs. He's not really that good, but most of the time if you can get him destroyed, I guess he can work for you, but generally never happens. I just summon him just to run into shit or bait, I guess. And for another couple cards I have in here, he's really good for that fact. So yeah. Two Kieran, just to dump stuff in a graveyard. I mean, really other no point to him. He's pathetic. So yeah. Then I run three Hazy Flame Sphinx. This card is extremely fun, especially if you get its effect go off. I mean, you can open up so many explosive plays with them and just start going ham and fucking people up, I guess. It's the best way to describe it. So yeah. Then two Cerberus. He's kind of like a Sanguine for Hazy Flame. It's not really a good one, but I mean, he gets you a Hazy card. If he gets destroyed, you can normal summon him. So I guess he's just like a basic tribute fodder, in other words. So yeah. Then two Hazy Flame Periton. He starts off all the crazy plays. He combos very well with some other cards that I have in here. So yeah, when you can use his effect and get out a Cerberus and the Sphinx, and needs the Sphinx effect to get off, and just keeps going and going and going. Usually ends up with a field full of Xyz or something like that. Then three Fire Dogs. I mean, he's 1900. You just gotta run him. And then of course, the one Magician just for level 8 synchros whenever I can actually use them. Generally I exceed with this deck, but yeah, if I can synchro with it, I'll do it. So yeah. Then three Tefnuits and one Tyhoon. He is generally in here for tribute fodder for the Hazy Flames when he gets tributed, and then he gets this out. So a best play that I've done with this, you tribute, you special summon him, tribute for Periton, then get this effect off of him so he comes to the field in defense mode. Then use Periton's effect, discard a fire, special summon two Hazy Flames, and then hopefully your Sphinx effect goes off. If your Sphinx effect goes off and then just keeps going and going, and your exceeds to big sixes, or good sixes rather, so yeah. Then one Trag and one Gorse. I'm thinking about taking this out because I run a lot of continuous. I learned a continuous spell and a few continuous traps, so he might get swapped out for either another Periton or probably another Hazy Flame. I got a couple cards in mind. I'm not completely sure yet which one though. So yeah, that's the monsters. No idea how many, and I really don't feel like counting. So yeah. Spells, three circle, or yeah, Onslaught of the Fire Kings. This card is so fucking stupid. I mean, you just goes off. Hygarunic starts a whole lot of shit. It's just, I mean, it's just an absolutely busted card in my opinion. So yeah. Then two circles. I did have three, but the third one usually became a dead draw because never really had stuff I wanted to destroy. But it's a good card. Say if you summon like a Barog and you have a Garunix or some other big fire monster in graveyard and they TT, so you just chain that. The torrential still goes off, or yeah, the torrential will go off after you get like your Hygarunix out, and then Hygarunix get destroyed, so he gets his other effect and comes back next turn, and Yeah, it just does loopy shit and stuff like that. Then 2 rekindlings. No reason to say anything. This card should be at 1 if not banned. But yeah, I mean, 2's good in here. I don't have a lot of monsters I can get off of it, but the ones that I do usually just starts a whole bunch of chains of bullshit. So yeah. Then 1 hazy pillar. I'm thinking about upping this to 2, but this card lets you summon a hazy flame monster without a tribute, and then after you do that, you can, if you have, say you use, for instance, a fucking, what is it, like a god damn it, like a strike bouncer. Say you use strike bouncer's effect and you have another hazy flame on the field, another level 6 monster period, or any monster, you can just use this effect and stick that material under strike bouncer, and he has 2 more materials again, so you have 2 more negates. I mean, that's pretty much a good reason to run it by itself. Pot of average, just cause this card's busted. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, 1 MST, 1 heavy. I don't run more than 1 MST because I generally just don't need it. I mean, this deck isn't really scared of back rows because it thrives off of them, and all the hazy flames can't be targeted, so a lot of the 1-for-1 cards I'm not too worried about. So 1 MST and a heavy is pretty good enough for this. And then I won 1 reasoning just cause why the hell not? This deck slowos all over the place, and I have yet to not get this card off. So yeah, solid spells. Again, don't know, don't care how many. Then traps, 1 warning just cause I can only run 1, which is stupid as fuck. But anyways, then 2 DNA surgeries. Now, probably wondering why, but this card is the reason I run the Barongs, because him being level 4 and then using DNA surgery, I can change him into dinosaurs, and then I can go into other stuff that's in my extra deck, and it combos very well with all the hazy flames being level 6s, and the specific level 6s that are needed that I run, or the one that I do run, this card really helps out with it. Then Mirror Force and double TT. So yeah, TT is obviously a Mirror Force. Yeah, I use this card so well against other people, even destroying my own shit most of the time. So yeah, that's the full deck. I believe it's 42 cards. Never been a fan of 40 card decks. So yeah. Now for the extra deck. 1 scrap, 1 Stardust for the level 8 synchros I can get with Fire Dog. Basically only 2 I ever need. Scrap Dragon works well, destroying like Hive Garunix or Barong or Kieran and getting their effects off and then destroying the card along with them. Then rank 4s, Maestro, Utopia, and Photon, Butterfly, Ager, wherever the fuck this card is. This is German, so I don't remember. But yeah, those are rank 4s. And these are the reason why I run DNA surgery. You change them to dinosaurs, and then I can go into these. And them being fire and everything in this deck is fire, I can easily use some of the cards I would side if I had one built for this deck and just go off. And generally, him and Strike Bouncer on the field pretty much means game. I mean, you can't really do much to get around it. He can't be destroyed by effects and just stop special summons. I mean, just Jesus. And then, obviously, Doka Lagia, and we all know how good they are. Then, 2 Basilitrice. This card is absolutely nutty. He's a mini BLS in one aspect. I mean, detach 1 material to banish any face-up monster on the field. Is it monster? This card... Yeah, you can banish 1 face-up monster your opponent... Target 1 monster your opponent controls. That doesn't have to even be face-up. So, gets rid of all problem cards. And then if you get more effects on him, I think 3 or more, his attack goes up. 4 more, he can't be targeted, and 5, he can't be destroyed by card effects. So yeah, and I have gotten 5 under him. This card can get just absolutely nutty. Then 2 Strike Bouncers for obvious reasons. He's Strike Bouncer. Force Focus just for big monsters. Swordbreaker for cards I can't get over because of his pretty much catastrophe effect against everything, and then Gaia Dragon just because he's Gaia Dragon and he's retarded. So yeah, that's the deck. I mean, it's just something I play for fun. I'm not really into the whole meta shit right now because this format has gotten absolutely stupid. But we're not finna get into that. So yeah, thumbs up the video, subscribe, and hopefully I'll get back into this YouTube shit. So yeah, deuces.